The tender love of education in SDO Isabela. Technology and livelihood education.
Technology and Livelihood Education.
TLE, your choice,
Your choice,
your skill.
your skill. Magandang araw!
Ito ang EPP, Edukasyong Pantahanan at Pangkabuhayan.
Handa na ba kayo?
Maging responsable sa paggamit ng ICT.
Be a successful entrepreneur.
Paunlarin ang kabuhayan.
Pagpaparami ng mga alagang hayop.
And that's our lesson for today.
The tender love of education in SDO Isabela.
EPP TLE. Your choice, your skill.
Happy day, grade 6 learners! You are in the 6th week of the last quarter. I know you are excited because you are near the finish line. But of course, you need to endure the remaining weeks and make them productive. Are you excited about our lesson today?
Yay!
Amazing! So, buckle up. Inhale, exhale. Ready your pen, notebook, and learning references.
Yay!
Today, you are expected to learn food preservation. How do you like the idea?
Yay!
Specifically, you'll learn the different ways of food preservation, like drying, salting, freezing, and others. Identify the uses of the tools or utensils and their substitutes in food preservation or processing. Preserve food applying the principles and skills in food preservation processing. Are you excited?
Yay!
Before that, can you tell me your previous lesson? Correct! You learned about marketing finished household linens in varied or creative ways. Okay! You are ready to rock in the world of food preservation. Our country, the Philippines, is given the gift of having plentiful resources, which are the primary sources of our food. However, there are times that the supply is very abundant, unable to be consumed, resulting in spoilage. It is such a waste to let this happen. To prevent this, we must be knowledgeable on how we can store them and uses this sometimes. Food preservation is the process of preventing food spoilage by creating conditions under which microorganisms cannot multiply and grow. Food preservation is used to extend the shelf life of food products. Why do you think food preservation is important? Brilliant! Importance of food preservation. Number 1. Prevent spoilage of food, thus it decreases the food wastage. Number 2. Retain the nutritive value, natural color, and texture of food. Number 3. Maintain the good and sanitary quality of the product. Number 4. Increases family income by the sale of preserved food. Number 5. It can be a source of income and help in the economic development. Number 6. Makes food readily available throughout the year. And number 7, increases the storage period of perishable food materials. You are doing well. This time, we will explore the different ways to preserve food. Are you ready?
Yay!
These are the ways of food preservation. Number 1 is drying. It is the removal of moisture or water in food until it becomes dry. The moisture content of food is reduced either by natural or drying under the sun and artificial or drying using a mechanical device. Can you think of an example? Perfect! Ang paboritong breakfast ng Pinoy, ang tuyo. Lahat ng klase ng daing ay na-preserve through drying. Number 2, salting, which is a method that makes use of salt as the main ingredient together with other ingredients like sugar, pepper, and other spices. The salt draws cut, moisture, and prevents microorganisms from growing. In this process, food such as fresh fish is gutted, washed, and coarse salt is rubbed into it. There are 3 common methods of salting. It can be dry salting, brine salting, and combination method. May naiisip na kayong halimbawa? Tama! Ang masarap lagyan ng kamatis na salted egg. Number 3, sugar preservation. It is a method that makes use of sugar as its preservative agent. Pasok na pasok ito sa panlasa nyo, tulad na lang ng jams, jellies, marmalades, candies, and other sugar preserves. Number 4, freezing or cooling is the method where the food is placed in a chilling compartment. As soon as the food reaches a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius, the moisture in the surface freezes. In freezing, preserves food by slowing the action of enzymes and prevents the growth of microorganisms. Can you give examples? Tumpak! Usually, ito yung mga ready to cook like sausages, fish fillets, plain chicken, at marami pang iba. Number 5, smoking. Smoking is preserving food by exposing it to smoke from burning or smoldering material, most often wood. Siyempre, tinapa is waving. That's a common example. Nag-uulam ba kayo ng tinapa? Number 6 is bottling or canning, which is the process of preserving food by heating and then sealing it in an airtight container. The food is boiled to kill microorganisms and then sealed to prevent other microorganisms from getting in. Halimbawa ay ang tatak Pinoy na sardinas. Number 7, fermentation. It is the method achieved by soaking or saturating the food in an adequate amount of salt to prevent it from spoiling and would even have a better taste. Fermented food can be used as sauce, seasoning, or viand. Examples are bagoong or fish paste. Lastly, curing. This is the process like salting, where nitrates are simply added to the meat, which prevents the meat from spoiling. In this process, there is a little use of slat, but instead more on nitrates that make the meat softer and less dry. Nitrates contribute to the yet delicious pink color and added flavor with the use of herbs and spices. Example is tocino. Do you want to experience these ways of preserving food? Just stay put, we'll come to that point. We'll explore more about how we are going to use the different tools and their substitutes in preserving food. You'll need this when you'll be performing your final task. So, for an overview, food preservation requires not only the food that you will preserve, but also have the tools needed to carry out the process. When preserving food, we need to use the right tools and utensils. Tools and equipment contribute to the success of preserving food. The different tools and their uses are: knife is a cutting tool used in paring, peeling, and cutting food. Mixing bowl is used for serving, placing, and mixing ingredients. Tray is a rectangular, shallow container where ingredients are placed during preparation. Chopping board is where food is placed when cut. Colander is where vegetables and fruits are drained. Glass measuring cup is used in measuring liquid ingredients. Measuring spoons are used for measuring ingredients in a small quantity. Preserving bottles or containers. It is where food to be preserved is placed or stored. Grater is used for grating fruits or vegetables. Funnel is used for placing liquid in containers with a small opening. Strainer is used in straining food to remove lumps or drain food in a small quantity. Weighing scale is used to weigh required ingredients. Hand towel is used for wiping bottles and hands while working. Plastic measuring cup is used for measuring dry ingredients. Apple cutter is used to take off the core and pips from the apple and other fruits. Baster is used to drizzle on meat. Basting brush is used to spreading liquid on meat so it does not dry up and is flavorful. Cheesecloth is used for making and wrapping cheese. Meat grinder is to mix, grind, and puree meat. And melon baller is used to make balls from melon and other fruits. Are you still with me? Can I hear you shout hooray?
Yay!
Nice! There's some more you need to know. These are the tips for selecting fresh products to preserve. Do you have any idea? Nice to hear that. So, keep in mind the following tips. Number 1. For fish, eyes should be clear. The flesh should be firm. The belly should be intact. Gills are reddish. And scales are shiny and slippery and firmly attached to the flesh. Number 2. For meat, the product should not have any foul smell. There should be no marks or stain in the meat. It should be reddish and natural in color, and the flesh should be soft and firm. Number 3. For vegetables, choose leafy vegetables that are in season. Make sure that they are whole, green, and crispy and no stain or scratches. Number 4. For fruits, it should be ripe in a natural way. It should be in season. Its ripeness should be even and without any damage, defect, or rotten part. And number 5, for egg, it should have a rough shell. It should submerge in water, thus it should not float. It should be clear inside when placed in front of the light. Are you still there? Great! Can you enumerate the ways of preserving food? Fantastic! These are drying, salting, sugar preservation, freezing, smoking, bottling or canning, fermentation, and curing. Can you mention tools available at home that can be used in preserving food? Alright, we have a knife, tray, hand towel, preserving bottles or containers, measuring spoons, and others. I think you are ready for your quiz.
Yay!
Alright, get your quiz notebook. Identify the process used in the following preserved food. You are given 10 seconds to write your answer in each item. Number 1. Jam. Number 2. Tuyo. Number 3. Red egg. Number 4. Buro. Number 5. Tinapa. Number 6. Sardines. Number 7. Candies. Number 8. Tocino. Number 9. Fish sauce. Number 10. Meatloaf. Are you done? Okay, let's answer. Remember, check your papers honestly. The answers are: number 1, sugar preservation. Number 2, drying. Number 3, salting. Number 4, fermentation. Number 5, smoking. Number 6, canning. Number 7, sugar preservation. Number 8, curing. Number 9, fermentation. And number 10, canning. Did you get all the correct answers? Splendid! Is that a sign you are ready for your performance at home? Bravo! So, by applying what we have learned today, you can choose any of the ways to preserve food. Take note of the availability of equipment or tools you have at home, plus the food you would like to preserve. Be guided by the tips to have a quality product. Are you ready? For detailed instruction and rubric to be followed, contact your subject teacher. Good luck, everyone! I'll be very excited to taste your product. That ends our wonderful episode for today, my dear pupils. I hope that you can apply your learnings here to have a fruitful decay 2 weeks from now. On behalf of the scriptwriter, Mr. Fernando O. Lopez, I'm your radio teacher from Sergeant Prospero G. Bellew High School, Maine, Jones East District, Sir Brian S. Liamelo, saying, preparing food with love is winning someone's heart.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela!